My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of the Croods A New Age. And this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But if you watched my review for the first movie, you would know that I love it. I think The Croods is one of the most underrated movies of all time. So I was really excited for this sequel, and it's definitely a step down, but it's still pretty damn good. But let's actually begin talking about what I don't like. And the score by Mark Mothersbaugh is a giant drop in quality from the score of Alan Silvestri. That music in the first movie is just beautiful and emotional, and none of it carries over to this movie, and all the new stuff just sounds so generic. Like, the music here does suck. And also, while this movie does manage to be heartfelt, it has nowhere near the emotional depths that the first movie had. There is no scenes that got me even close to tearing up. And my last issue is everything with the grandma here, I thought kinda sucked. Like, the Sundal Sisters bit just fell flat for me, and I found it kinda cringy. But now that I got my issues out of the way, I still really like this movie. Nicolas Cage gives yet another great performance here. He's just so damn funny, and he brings so much energy and personality to this movie. And Emma Stone is fantastic. She's so charming and likable, and she just nailed every beat she needed to. Ryan Reynolds gives another great performance here. It's funny that his best stuff in the past 11 years have been two animated movies, but he just brings this character to life so well, and he hits every character beat he needed to. Peter Dinklage is a great new addition. You hate him at first, but by the end, you all run over, and he is a very entertaining and likable character. And same with Leslie Mann. Like, at first, you hate her. She is conniving, manipulative, but by the end, you do like her, and she's a great new addition to this movie. Kelly Marie Tran, I know she gets some hate, but I really think she's great here. I like how her character and Eep don't have any conflict. In fact, they kind of become best friends immediately, and she's just so charming and likable, and I loved what she brought to this movie. Catherine Kino does a really good job. Clark Duke is quite funny, and Cloris Leachman I think is bad here. I did not like her character. Every joke just fell flat, but the rest of the cast is really great, and they keep this movie entertaining. I do love this bunch of characters. And there was a lot going on in this movie. Like, this movie is about class and how it can affect the relationships in our life. It's about growth, it's about love, it's about community, it's about independence, and it explores all these ideas incredibly well. I do love how the first half of this movie, the Bettermans are like the villains. Like, there's an effective psychological element where they're just gaslighting everybody, and they're interfering in things that they shouldn't be. But they do become friends by the end, and that's a really great aspect to this movie. I love the focus on Guy's and Eve's relationship and how it progresses. There's conflict, there's misunderstanding, there's things that shouldn't have been said, and it makes it all the more satisfying when they work out their issues. The movie is also very funny. I laughed plenty of times. My favorite joke in the movie is when Nicolas Cage is just like, I ate all the bananas. Or when Dawn gets stung by a bee and her hand's just blown up like a balloon. That's great. Yeah, this movie does get me laughing, and like I mentioned earlier, it doesn't have the emotion of the first movie, but it can be very sweet. It is heartfelt. I love the world building. I like the creatures here and how the environment is very different when compared to the first movie. And the animation is quite nice. Apparently, this movie has a budget of $65 million, which is just nuts to me. Like, it doesn't look like it. It looks much more expensive. This is one great looking movie. So, yes, once again, like, I don't want to just keep comparing this to the first movie, but I think the first movie just affects me on a very deep note. And this movie isn't that. And that's okay. It's a very fun, entertaining, hilarious movie with great characters. It still explores its ideas incredibly well. So while it doesn't get to greatness, it's still a really good sequel. So I'm giving The Croods A New Age a 7.5 out of 10. I do hope that there's a third movie on its way. Fingers crossed. But The Croods, A New Age, have you seen it? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin,